Try to get me in a room, yeah. Everybody wanna talk, why? Always coming with the tunes, They know I'ma take it far, right? Something I already knew, yeah. Never needed your applause, nah. They been saying it's a fluke, this is not a false alarm, nah. It's not. Did it and I never sold my soul. Yeah. Devil never gonna hold me close. Nah. You can put that on the Holy Ghost. I'm a night owl like I'm OVO. Hit a dance with it like a do-si-do. No, this is not my first rodeo. No luck needed, no four-leaf clove. Yes, I know it look like Cody Cole. Content list or the YouTube pages.
So, you got my money?
Hey everybody, how we doing?
Great.
Unreal.
Good.
Well, unreal.
It's 10K Bets Live. How's everyone doing today? It's kind of winding down towards the end of football season here. Basketball's still going strong. Cam can't stop betting college basketball still. He kept to his word and he'll never stop.
Never stop.
Yeah, love it. He's been winning though. I mean,
there was a cold spell. Fucking Santa Claus is a real prick. But otherwise, we've been okay.
Nice. No, it was how was everyone's Christmas / New Year's? Good?
Great. How was yours?
It was good. Watched some horseshit football, and we can, I guess, start there. I mean, we might as well start talking about the Vikings. I mean, I bet on the Vikings last week. I thought they were going to beat the Packers. They didn't. I don't know. The Jaron Hall experience is over. Nick Mullins is the man for now. Who knows if they'll sign Kirk Cousins? Everyone says they probably will, but you just never know.
I got a customer of mine that came in today, and we've been talking about it all year because he comes in often. He bet the Vikings over 8.5 wins.
I did too.
And all year I was like, dude, you're fine. You're gonna be okay. Until then Kirk went down. I'm like, you might get fucked. Like who here would have taken the under before the season started?
Yeah,
that was an insane line. And that guy got screwed.
Yeah, well, and it should have hit. I mean, Kirk doesn't get hurt, and Jefferson's not out for like those 5 games or whatever the fuck it was. I mean, it's a completely different season. But I mean, it's not dead yet. It's not dead yet.
No, it is dead.
It's fucking dead.
Sammy,
put him in a coffin.
No, like statistically, it died last week.
No, we can still make the playoffs.
No, they can make the playoffs.
What do we got to do? What do we got to do, Renz?
It was over.
Sammy, let me tell you how.
I need 9 wins.
Oh, that's dead.
Dead. Better than
this.
Yeah,
no, 9 wins is dead.
Dead in the ditch.
No, aren't we? What's our? Are we? Yeah, we're 7.
We have 7 wins. It's like it's so dead. It's not even. It's not possible.
No, that is correct. Playoffs. No. So everyone listening, we're trying to reverse jinx them saying they're dead, but you can bet Vikings money line, which is at plus 142, Bears money line at plus 136, Arizona Cardinals money line at plus 124, and you can pick one of the two, but the easier one's going to be the Falcons money line plus 136 against the Saints. All that comes out to a plus 29.19. You put $50 on that bad boy. You're going home with $1,500, and the Vikings in the play, and a wild card game probably against the Cowboys.
That is the most responsible version of gambling I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but what if it happens?
Oh God!
What if
the parlay's dead on the first leg? There's really no chance the Vikings win, right?
Yeah, no.
I think Dan Campbell's talking tough. I think if they're down, like in the first half, maybe by more than 2 scores, he benches the starters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like locked in. They're like locked into the 3 spot. Like they have nothing to play for.
How mad are they going to be when Jared Goff like drops back and like just gets rolled on and like boom, torn Achilles?
This is Teddy's potentially because Teddy said he's retiring at the end of the year. This is his last chance to start a football game. I think they start Teddy on Sunday. Right? We're definitely fucked with that.
Teddy. I love Teddy Bridgewater. He's got some goofy hair now. Have you seen his hair? He's like Sideshow Bob. He's got some wild hair. Yeah. He's a changed man. I mean, I don't remember last time he played a snap. A very good season.
Teddy starts, we lose. We played Teddy last year.
I would love to have.
We did. Oh, in Miami. Yeah.
And
he played like a quarter, half a quarter.
Yeah, true. He got hurt.
Yeah.
The legend Skylar Thompson came in, and then even in a 13-3 season, we still almost lost to that guy.
Yeah.
We can't have nice things here.
No, no, we can't. I don't know. I'm not gonna bet $50 on it. I'm gonna bet a responsible low amount on that parlay.
$2?
$100.
Maybe. Oh yeah, $100. Yeah,
Table minimum.
But I just got to keep the hopes alive. And like, I can't remember what the times. I think the Vikings game's noon, and I think the rest might be at 3:00.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I honestly because I'm pretty sure we still have the possibility to get a top 10 draft pick because there's just a bunch of mediocre teams.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly want to lose because the last thing I want to do is make the playoffs and then just get throat fucked by Dallas.
Yeah.
They choke. Hey, you think the Vikings choke in the playoffs?
So does Dallas. Do I want to get my hopes up? Do I want to get my hopes up for a playoff game just to get smoked?
No.
If we don't get smoked by Dallas, we'll get smoked by San Fran or Philly.
Expectations are low. That's all I'm saying. If you let them in, expectations are low.
Team of Destiny.
Team of Destiny.
This team is the Nick Mullins led Vikings are going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, dude. Nick Mullins versus Joe Flacco. It could happen.
Have you guys been hearing this Russell Wilson talk?
I have. It's horrible.
Dude,
It's pretty brutal.
I need to know the man in Vegas that set this line and put the Vikings at the top of the list.
So you guys know why they benched Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, to save money, right?
Yeah, because he has like a clause, like if he gets hurt or whatever it is, like they got to pay him out a shit ton of money or something.
It's because Sean Payton's always been a grimy fuck.
That's
why I mentioned him.
Sleazeball.
It wasn't me that tweeted this from the main account, although I wish it was. So you saw that guy that attacked the judge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute lunatic. So
Maybe a top 5 video on the internet.
Yes.
Me if the Vikings sign Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. I could see it though.
God, no.
He's going to be cheaper than Kirk.
No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah, Kirk's gonna want a bag.
I think Kirk's gonna give us a hometown discount. Kirk will be cheaper than he would have been if he wouldn't have torn his AC or his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's never taken a discount before though. And I don't know why he'd start now.
He's a man of faith and a man of money.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can.
And his wife's from Atlanta, so
true.
Good point.
He could be like, they could be like, hey, do you want to win a Super Bowl before you retire? This is one of your best shots to do so. So
yep.
Take less money so we can go get players. You already have a stupid amount of money. Do the Tom Brady thing, even though you're nowhere near Tom Brady, and let us go spend. Because we actually, even if we sign Kirk to a lot of money, we have so much fucking money next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know that. We have a large amount of dead cap against our
we need a running back.
I know 2 guys that are going to take most of that money we have available next year. 2
Yeah.
2 guys. Wait, isn't Jetta's on he's still got 1 more year though before we have to pay him?
But they're gonna
He's not going to play on that. He's not going to
They'll
play
have
on
to-
that
they'll
deal.
have to pay him.
Oh.
You know what and we don't want him to play on that deal because the way that's structured, do you know what we would have to pay him next year?
Top 5 money, right? Top 10 money.
$19 million in 1
He's
year.
going to get more. He's going to get more than that.
He's
though.
worth that, but
I get it, but fuck.
yeah, it's a lot of money.
I don't know.
It is.
You think he'll get more than 19 mil a year?
Yeah.
Who was the last big receiver
How
that
much
had
of
a
it goes into
contract?
bonuses? I don't
It
know.
wouldn't
but-
surprise me, Cam.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Like,
that
what did
they'll
Tyreek get in Miami?
I can look it up, but
22,
that's what I'm saying. Is they'll
23.
restructure it to where, the salary cap technically doesn't exist. I'm a firm believer in that. So they'll structure it to where they can just put it in bonuses, and then we can spend more money. If he actually plays where we have to pay him 19 mil next year, we're fucked.
I think Tyreek took less because Miami has no income tax or whatever that is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Tyreek Hill is making $1.1 million fucking dollars right now.
Holy shit.
That's it, because it was all in bonuses.
That's a good
Although
point.
his cap hit is more because of the bonuses, but his base salary is 1.1. Where
I'm sure it was something like if you have 1,700 yards, we'll pay you like the stadium. That's what he got.
Yeah.
It's a really sad story. They might want to buy him a house.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucked up. but it's-
R.I.P. Tyreek Hill's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it go completely up in flames?
It didn't look good, Sammy
I don't know.
Stats. It didn't look good.
Oh, you saw it?
Well, there's helicopter footage, and there's just black plumes of smoke. It's
Oh, Renz's house is next door.
yeah.
He was like, "What the hell,
I
man? This
actually
is
live in Florida.
the HOA doesn't agree with that."
I'm the new
Yeah,
Sammy
my neighbor.
Stats. I just all of a sudden I live over here now, and I'm at the Super Bowl. Crazy.
You hit a couple penis couch parlays and you're in there, man.
Renz is a Karen in the neighborhood. He walks over like, Tyreek, you're really not supposed to have a bonfire this big.
Yeah. No, dude.
I'm calling him.
Can't park here.
Yeah.
I would
that's
really
bad.
like Washington to win if they could.
Yeah. Well, we could talk. Well, this past weekend, we saw a couple guys who might be slinging it for the Vikings. It's kind of the rumors. JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, both guys McCarthy looked like JJ McCarthy. I mean, he's not going to blow anyone out of the water, but they got the win against pretty decent Alabama team. I don't know, not well coached towards the end. And then Michael Penix, I thought he was going to maybe throw for 700 yards at one point.
He looked so good. It was stupid.
Which is nervous because his stock value, especially if he wins the Natty, it's going to just keep going up. And the Caleb Williams talk's like kind of coming down a little bit. So I don't know, like Cam was saying, like if we go to decent top 10 draft pick or something, like I don't know who we're going to end up with. Depend on.
Caleb Williams is on the fucking table, I'm telling you. If we have a top 10 pick. Which I still believe in Caleb. If we end up with JJ McCarthy, I'm probably gonna jump off a 2-story building.
Yeah,
so
that's the typical Vikings move. That's the Vikings pick. Is JJ
That's Christian
McCarthy.
Ponder all over again.
Yes, 100%.
You don't fucking draft him. He's not good.
The Vikings move would be if he's still available. If we have the 10th pick and he's still available, like we trade back to 12 to take him still and get
correct
3 7th round picks. That's our move. We would rather do that than move up 2 picks to get like Penix Jr.
Yeah,
that's just how the Vikings do it.
My dream scenarios would be if you have a top 10 pick and you can get Caleb, do it, or you sign Kirk and you spend a second or maybe even a third if he slides on Bo Nix, because he's still only 23, right? Like he's played a stupid amount of games and he's been beat up, but it's not like it's fucking Brandon Weeden who was in the draft at 28 years old.
Oh,
I'd love to give Daniels a shot. He's fantastic. I don't know when he's going to go though. I don't typically. When was the last LSU quarterback to get drafted? Was
Burrow.
Joseph
Burrow?
Yeah. And then before that, I would imagine, unless I'm missing like a 6th, 7th round pick, it's got to be Jamarcus Russell, right?
Oh, Zach Mettenberger, man.
Yeah, Mettenberger.
Wintergreen Bowl man himself.
Yeah, I forgot about how could you forget about Burrow? Yeah, I was thinking man, it's just been so long since LSU quarterback went super high, but then Joe Burrow. How could I forget him?
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
Mike, you would know more about this than me because you're more in college football, but I don't really know if Jaden Daniels is an NFL quarterback.
Dude, I thought the same thing last year about Anthony Richardson. I think that this is the exact opposite, where he's got more of an arm or a more accurate arm than Richardson, and he has legs, but he's probably doesn't have quite the speed that AR does.
He also doesn't have a body.
Yeah, and I don't know. Who knows? Can Daniels absorb hits? Because when you're that type of quarterback, you got to be able to do that. But I see him going in the 10 to 15 range, and I'm totally okay with the Vikes taking a guy like him because he's a proven passer.
I'd rather have him than fucking JJ McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
No, and the Vikings, if you've watched them this year, right, running the ball is not their strength. And that is exactly why J.J. McCarthy is in the situation he is, because he's just the beneficiary of a good run game. We don't know what he's going to be like when you turn him loose and are throwing the ball 30, 35 times a game in the Vikings offense.
I'm all for everyone except J.J. McCarthy, because every single other quarterback, including Bo Nix, including Drake May, which we won't get him because he might go one, can extend plays. And JJ McCarthy can't extend plays, I don't think.
Do they? Here's
at the NFL level.
I think he can. I think I just think he has a dead arm.
Yeah.
When it comes down to
here's a scenario. Do the Vikings go after running back?
Not in the first round.
I don't know why they would. KOC doesn't know how to design a run game, so
yeah, it's tough.
I think there's enough mediocre running backs
with the running backs they have right now.
I mean, I think Madison is gone, right? Like, even though they signed
him, a 2-year deal. Yeah, a 2-year deal. So we're stuck with him for another year.
That's so dumb.
Right now, Caleb Williams is minus 650 to be the number one pick. Drake May is plus 425, Jaden Daniels plus 1,000, and then Penix is at plus 3,500.
I don't think anybody's going to pass on Caleb, even though, like, you could argue that maybe he shouldn't be the first quarterback taken. But I think if you pass on him and he turns out to be like this god, you'll rue the day from here on out. So I think I think he still goes one. Do I agree? I did maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I'm not sure if I would now, but I just don't see him not going number one.
Have you seen, to answer your running back question, I would say no. Have you seen the fucking running back class in free agency this year?
It is crazy.
All of these guys are unrestricted agents. Derrick Henry, Jacobs, Pollard, Barkley, Eckler, Zeke, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins. Like, it's fucking stacked.
I'd take Pollard. I'd take Clowney.
The only way you get Pollard is if, like I said, you restructure Jefferson's deal and Kirk takes a discount. Otherwise, like, I'm not opposed to taking a flyer on J.K. Dobbins, right? Like, he is fucking very injury prone, but if he can put a healthy like couple seasons together, that you can get him at a discount.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like. Would you rather have J.K. Dobbins or Blake Corum? You'd rather have J.K. Dobbins because you're going to be paying them. You'll pay Dobbins a little bit more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a good point. And I don't like. There's two things I don't like about Caleb Williams. I don't like that he cried after that one game. I really didn't like that. And did you see? It's been surfacing on like Twitter. Did you see his house? His like condo he's got.
Is it
like overview? It's like overviews downtown Los Angeles.
That's my new favorite tweet out there. Is that anytime someone shows a college athlete having something nice, it's just instantly quote tweeted and give Reggie his Heisman back. Like,
yes,
that's the tweet now. Like I love it.
Yeah, because he took $1,000 in a car or something. That's why they took Reggie's Heisman.
and now freaking Caleb Williams is living on top of LA. So,
and that's what makes me nervous is like he's already got a shit ton of money. Like. A lot of these guys want to play. They get their rookie contract, then they want to prove themselves. It's like Caleb Williams has probably got enough money, especially after his rookie contract. Like he'll be set.
Yeah,
like he's gonna be fine. Like he could be a bust and still live in his penthouse in LA. Like I don't know. We'll see.
I agree.
Compared to Michael Penix was like shouting out his homies back in his neighborhood after the college football playoff game. It's like that might be the guy. Mm-hmm. That might be the guy.
He wears a do-rag too, which is cool.
That is cool. Uh-huh. I'd wear one if I could.
I would too. I definitely do, but I can't.
There's nothing saying you can't.
Yeah, it's true.
True, but
I don't think I'd look good.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good.
Yeah, but we can talk about the game. What do you guys got? You got Penix against McCarthy. I'm going to take Washington. I can't remember what's the line.
4.5. Michigan by 4.5.
I'll probably take Washington money line. I'll probably take the dog. If they air it out, Michigan's game, like their pass game isn't that great. I mean, Blake Corum's really good, but
he might have a heyday. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I can't really hedge, which sucks. I wish the line was a little smaller. If it was like the Alabama game when Michigan's minus 125 or whatever it closed at. But this one's tough. So I don't really
I would take Washington for sure. Penix is way better than McCarthy, in my opinion. And it just depends on what defense shows up, I guess, because who can get the most stops? Because I think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I have been pleasantly surprised with the Washington defense the last couple games.
Yeah,
I shit on them all year, and that's why I bet against them. And I've gotten burned on them twice. I bet against them in the Pac-12 championship game. I bet against them in the Sugar Bowl. I don't know if I can lay the points of Michigan on this one, but I think outside of quarterback and receiver, Michigan's got them at every other position group, and it's not close. Mm-hmm. So that's where, I don't want to be like a Sally and just take Michigan money line and just lay minus 160 or something, but I might have to because I think Michigan wins the game still.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Minus 190, I know.
4.5 is too many points.
Fucking crazy.
But yeah, like if you got to, I don't know, minus, damn near 200 by the time Monday night gets around.
Gas on that.
Yeah, so it's like it's too much. So I might actually take Washington if you're getting over anywhere between 3.5 and 5 points. I don't imagine the line's going to move that much though.
I don't either. I think it's going to be pretty firm the whole week.
Yeah, because I don't know, especially if you notice, like in college football bowl season, all the money comes down on in the crappy bowls. All the money has come down on the dogs, and then all the big bowls, all the money's rushed in on the favorites. So
yeah,
that's just because there's more to play for, right? Like,
yeah, but even like the Cotton Bowl, it was super weird. Like where Ohio State, they announced 2 hours before kickoff that none of their guys were playing. And then money still came in on Ohio State and then moved the line up. So it was like, what So the public loves betting on favorites, me being as part of the public a lot, oftentimes.
Yeah. Well, it makes you feel, I mean,
It just feels safe.
it feels safe. That's just it. Like, especially when the lines are bigger. I mean, it's like you don't want to take the dog, but unless you got plums, then you do take the dogs.
I wish I had a Michigan future, but I really don't.
What was your Washington future again?
I placed it before the Pac-12 championship game, and it was 100 to win 1,900.
Perfect.
And because they were plus 10 in that Pac-12 game, they basically didn't think that they would make the college football playoffs. And then they did, and then they beat Texas. But I mean, I don't know. What do you throw $1,000 to win 500 on Michigan money line and just do it that way? Like, it just seems, I don't know. It's so tough with minus 200, or I think it's 190 right now.
That's crazy.
So maybe I just wait to maybe get a live bet in if like Washington scores first or gets up 10 points, but then you could wait and never get it. And then I'd lose $100.
I would
pretty much make nothing on Michigan. I put in 300 to win 150. So I guess I'm automatically making $50, but that doesn't even,
that's not worth it at that point.
Feels like a loss with 100 for 1,900 ticket, like $50, like
takes the juice out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously I'm the biggest Washington fan in the world on Monday night.
I say you just ride.
I think it was 19 to 1 on my ticket. It's not like I put $1,000 on it or something crazy, which I would never do. It was $100, and I mean, hopefully they got one more magic in them.
Right? Would you consider almost like a double down with the chance of a middle, like take the four, like do 100 or 200 on a plus 4.5, where Michigan could kick a field goal win, and you get it that way, or you obviously if with a Washington win, you add a couple bucks to your stuff.
Yeah. I would definitely consider it, but if Washington gets waxed, then I just feel like
the only way that I would go about it if I were you is one, I would let it ride. But what I would do is I would actually put like 110 on Michigan to cover.
Just in case, then I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, if Washington covers but they lose, then you're out 210. But like, it's a much smaller margin than if you did Washington to cover.
It makes me feel better that like I placed the future, a month ago or whatever, and it's basically burnt money right now. It's like if I went and played a slot machine and I put 100 in and I haven't seen it. So like that makes me feel better how it's like practically burnt money. It's just if Washington wins, $2,000 would be pretty great.
But like I said, I would let it ride. But if you wanted to hedge, that's what I would do.
I just couldn't I would feel so dumb to throw $1,000 on Michigan to win 500, which is such a shitty line. And then it's like, I guess I'm guaranteeing myself 400 or 900, but at that point it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think just let it ride.
Go for the nuts.
Yeah,
I think I have to. Yeah,
just go for it. And I think Washington's I think they got a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the spread's 14 like last year's. TCU got killed.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be somewhat of a game. Obviously, I just hope that the Washington defense can somehow stop Corum. Otherwise, they're just going to run it for 300 yards on the ground. And if Penix has a bad game, though, I'm pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened all year.
It's true.
Yeah. I think he'll be all right. And there'll be plenty of other stuff to wager on and get your money on. And one thing you could do is on underdog. I bet there'll be a lot of underdog picks.
They sure
The game's on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Monday night, yeah. So look out. I mean, Sunday or Monday afternoon, that's when you should look at the underdogs. And I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some action on sports. It's the Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite players' stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it super simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile apps. Pick between 2 and 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and take home some cold, hard cash. Use the code 10K and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog. Once again, that's code 10K on the Underdog app or at www.underdogfantasy.com to get your first deposit doubled on Underdog Fantasy today. And that's what he's like. The Penix probably higher passing, probably a lock. Corum rushing yards, probably a lock. I mean, there's going to be tons and tons of options on there. Rivals, I really like the rivals. I've been getting on those a lot too lately. I don't know, like Corum. I don't even know if Washington, after they almost lost, did that guy like get hurt? The Washington running back?
Oh, I don't know. He went down on like the last play.
Yeah, they almost gave it away.
Yeah, that's a great question. That would be great to know too. If Washington can get up 10 points, I think I have to hedge. That's what I just came into realization.
I've been thinking about it.
I've been thinking about it all week. Like, how do I at least make half of the
guarantee money?
Hey,
you guys are the
Timberwolves
best.
Brazil.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you, Timberwolves Brazil.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, you guys are the best over in Brazil.
The comments on Twitter show up now?
That's breaking news. That's crazy. Let's go.
Let's go.
Someone else want to test that out? If anyone else is watching on Twitter, will you throw something in there? Unless Timberwolves Brazil just has a hack. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I could see it.
They're in all corners of the web.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you guys see when we were at the Wolves game and the mascot ate the little kid?
Yeah.
So
that's funny as hell. Speaking of basketball, though, Cam, let's get on the college basketball rant.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I've been still betting every day. I took 3 days off for Christmas, which was fucking nice because, like I said, Santa Claus was a prick and I was losing a lot of money. Not really, but I went on a cold streak. And then I took the day off on New Year's because there's only 5 games. And last time I bet on a day where there was 4 games, I went 0-3. So I was like, yeah, we're done. But otherwise, ever since, granted, it's only been a couple days. I've been doing all right. Conference play is here. Conference play is the best. Yeah, I mean, Sammy, are you back riding with me yet or no?
I got to wait until after college football.
Cool.
Till after
tonight, not looking great. I'm not going to lie. But we'll address that at a later date. But I'm excited. What are we, 2 months for March Madness?
It's coming up.
It's fucking
coming
here.
Quick. Yeah.
A couple things I had. One, I don't think Gonzaga is a tournament team.
Really? That's
I agree. Their defense is so
good.
You don't think they win the West Coast Conference, though?
They could. I could very well see them getting upset by St. Mary's or San Fran. And if they do, I don't think. Obviously, we still have 2 months to go, right? So it's all hindsight. But that team might not make the tournament, which would be insane. Everyone loves the Cinderella story, right? I have 2 Cinderellas. McNeese State, coached by Will Wade, who was at LSU. Will Wade, it's been in some controversy. He was suspended this year for a little bit. But McNeese State went into Michigan and murdered them. And they play in the Southland Conference, which sucks. So it's possible that they don't lose a game in 2024. That team could very well go on a run. The other team I had is obviously James Madison. They're undefeated. And they might go undefeated throughout the whole year.
Are they eligible?
Yeah. They've been D1 basketball for a very long time.
Oh, they've been D1. But I didn't know that.
Yeah. James Madison, there's actually talk if they go undefeated, they might even be like a 2 or a 3 seed.
Wow.
That's crazy to think. Well, they beat Michigan. Michigan State's their big win so far, right?
Yeah, and Michigan State's starting to turn it on, so that win looks so much better because they beat Michigan State, punched them in the mouth. They were the 5th-ranked team in the country, and then they sucked, but now they're coming back. So, yeah, I mean, James Madison and McNeese State for now. I'm sure I'll have more eventually, but I'm fucking hyped. It's literally all I think about all day.
Cam, has your Gopher take stayed the same, changed?
Yes.
What's the latest on that?
Talk to me in about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
We tip off in a half hour at Michigan.
Okay.
Gophers are on the cock tonight.
Okay.
They are on the cock.
Nice.
I suppose, there hasn't been too many league play games, so it's tough for that.
We took care of business since the last time we talked, right? Like we shit on Ball State, we shit on Maine, and now we're on to Michigan.
10-3, I saw.
10-3. Like I said, got to go 10-10 in Big Ten, and then we are a bubble team when it comes to the Big Ten tournament.
What happens if they lose by 28 tonight?
If they lose by 28 tonight,
just hypothetical, hypotheticals, of course.
if they lose by 28 tonight, I'm still going to keep the take.
Okay. Okay.
The only reason why I say that is because it's an away game.
Okay.
Now, if they got shit on at home,
It's a fair point. Fair point.
we'll see how they do Sunday. They got Maryland at home on Sunday. Maryland's been really bad. Maryland might have a worse record.
You know what's
Minnesota.
one team that somehow is not only covering but almost beating these teams outright is Chicago State.
Chicago State is hilarious.
It's crazy because they're not good, but they beat Northwestern. And didn't they just beat somebody else that was like didn't beat them, but they
played, I think it was Oklahoma State tough a couple nights ago, but still, like Chicago State is weird because they're one of the worst teams in the NCAA and they're an independent.
They're getting 25 points every game, and they're like somewhat like in these basketball games. It's wild.
I don't understand who would say, yeah, I'm going to go play at Chicago State because, like I said, they're bad. And two, they're an independent. Like, you have no chance of making the tournament.
Yeah, I know.
They're done. They're done playing halfway through February. Chicago State only has like 7 games left.
I'm gonna look at their roster.
Cam, what's your take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers?
Nebraska's actually
They're a wagon.
Tominaga is awesome.
Tominaga's the man.
That is one of my. He's electric. They did lose to the Gophers because the Gophers might be a tournament team.
They just smoked Indiana.
No, they didn't. They beat them by 4.
Smoked Indiana.
Indiana's bad. Indiana's struggling.
No. They smoked them.
Yeah. Nebraska's good. I think Nebraska will make the tournament.
That's awesome.
I could actually because of Tominaga, I could see Nebraska winning a game in the tournament too. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Unless he goes against the Gophers because Braden Carrington shut him down.
Yeah.
But now
they'd be a good I think they're a pretty good matchup, to be honest. I think it'd be like if they met in the Big Ten tourney, it'd be a good game.
Yeah. They had our number at half when we played this year, but then we somehow won.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited.
Nebraska's a wagon. Gophers. So they're not a Cinderella team if they make a run?
The Gophers?
Yeah.
I was like, when I think Cinderella, right?
You're thinking like Final Four?
No, it's mid-major teams. It's not.
Oh, you're not.
You can't. I really don't.
I would say the Gophers could be. Well, I remember they had an atrocious line to make to win the Big Ten. It was like plus like 16,000.
They're not winning the Big Ten.
I'm just saying, but that just shows how bad they were, and they were last. Like if they ended up being okay.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna fight for the Gophers to make the tournament, and then whoever they fucking play, I'm picking the other team. Because it'll be one of those teams that's
reverse psychology.
They're just gonna get shit on, but I want them to get in. It'd be fun.
So Chicago State they lost to Oklahoma State by 20, but they covered last night.
Yeah,
and the game before that, they only lost to K-State by 7.
That's who it was. K-State.
7. They lost to Kansas State by 7 points.
K-State's struggling, but that's still crazy.
That's crazy.
What's the Chicago State mascot?
The Cougars.
Oh, lame.
Am I wrong?
I was wishing it'd be something really cool.
It is a cougar. It looks like a cougar. Hold on. Let me see.
It is the Cougars. I need a fucking life. Wow.
A team like Chicago State should have a cooler mascot than that. That's lame.
I mean, why though? They're an independent. They're playing for fun.
I don't know. It's like a high school team named the Cougars. It's like Lakeville South or whatever they are. They're lame.
BYU.
That's like what college is about. Is the silly names.
BYU they're the Cougars, and they're top 5 in every metric that you can fucking look at right now. Besides,
that's BYU. They can't be fun. They're just
fun.
The thing. It's BYU's. I don't know.
That's the best group of soakers I've ever seen. They're top 5 in Ken Palm, Torvik, everything you look at except the 8 people, and I don't buy into it because they're not even gonna finish top 5 in their conference, but it's cool.
I couldn't even think what they could have picked besides just a generic team name like that. They could have just been like the Eagles,
not the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, just pick an animal.
I don't know.
There's nothing else they could pick that would be nearly cool.
I don't know why I forgot this. Houston's the Cougars. Houston's good every year.
Yeah.
Same thing with Houston. What is Houston gonna pick? Houston, it's hot here. I don't know.
Houston is hot here.
Houston Heat.
The Houston traffic. Houston traffic's atrocious.
I've never
I
been.
hate it.
Oh, the Atlanta traffic, baby. The Atlanta gridlock.
Yeah.
On basketball, Cam. If you had to place one $100 future, do you have a team locked in right now?
To win the chip.
Yeah, just one. Just one. Who do you think overall is?
Let me pull up the odds quick.
Like deepest.
Kentucky.
They've proven that they can score. Good coaching. Who is it? Because I could name like maybe 5 right now.
Based
Nebraska.
on the odds, like I'm putting $100 on it. I'll run you through it. I'm not picking Purdue because, like, yeah, Edie's dominant, and they might do what Virginia did when they lost to a 16 seed the next year. But like, if those guards, if Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer have an off night and Edie just gets double teamed and they don't knock down shots, I can't see them winning 6 games. Right now, before conference play really starts, I would say Houston.
Okay.
The plus 1100.
Cougars.
Houston they haven't lost a game. It just depends on how they do in the Big 12. Like they're in a whole new conference now. Like you're not playing Memphis, Temple, Eastern Carolina. Like you're playing Kansas, Baylor, Texas. Like
good team.
But I would do it right now because at plus 1100 is probably the best number you'll get. Because
I was looking at it, and there was still some. I was high up on Arizona. Now I'm not really sure. After a couple of games that they just kind of shit the bed.
Yeah.
I thought Creighton was a decent play at like 30-1, but then I saw them a little more and I didn't love it. Purdue was always on my mind, but with their recent history in March, I don't really like either. So, I mean, my next one was Kansas. It's like Kansas is such a – it's almost like they're going to be in the Elite Eight. You might as well just bet them now and then – but then it's just tough. I don't watch enough to make a bet this early.
I like Kansas a lot, but the problem is they have 4 really good players and then a bunch of like bleh. Mm-hmm. Also, DeJuan Harris, their point guard, is not aggressive. Like he's a pass first point guard. Sometimes in March that can come back to bite you in the ass if you don't have depth. But I do love Hunter Dickinson. The other team I would probably say is Marquette at plus 1400. Their guard play is great. They have the 2 Jones guys. Tyler
is unbelievable. Yeah,
Iguodala is good in the post. Like Marquette could go on a run for sure. Plus, I love Shaka. Shaka's great. It's like they have 6 defenders every time they're playing because Shaka's just in a fucking 3-point stance.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, no, it's definitely. It seems like kind of right now is a time you can still get some good value on some of these really good teams instead of waiting. Even like, I'll just wait till the conference tournament. But even then, it's like if you're Kansas, if you're like really good and you lose in your conference tournament, you're still making it. You're still going to be a 2-3 seed, whatever. So kind of the value's a little bit gone there. So it's kind of right now. It's like if you really like a team, there's still. I mean, Houston 11-1 is pretty good.
So my pick would be Houston. I'll throw one more out there. If you want a long shot right now, North Carolina. They're playing very well, and Armando Bacot's been there since I feel like I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
But last year, like he's finally accepted the role where he's not the guy. Like they have RJ Davis, and it's RJ Davis's team, and he's finally accepted that to where if you have 2 good players in March, you can go on a run. And North Carolina's plus 3,000 right now.
Wow. Okay.
That would be my dark horse.
What about FAU?
FAU is no bueno. I can't put money into you when you've lost to Bryant and Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
You have one of the most impressive wins of the year at Arizona or against Arizona on a neutral floor, but you can't lose to Bryant and Florida Gulf Coast and expect me to put money on you.
That's fair.
There's some teams that I just don't see ever like winning. Like FAU, I don't see them winning. Even like Marquette, I don't see like last year, and I went against myself. I'm like Texas is going to win. Texas is never going to win.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's always like you throw out the names: the Kansas, Kentucky, Gonzaga, North Carolina. Those guys are going to be there. Some of them, at least. Even like North Carolina, when they have bad years, it seems they're still in the Sweet 16, Elite 8. They somehow just like make it.
That's what
Like these big programs that just know how to win, especially in the tournament. Like, and then these smaller schools or that aren't always there, who just have these one-off really good years, like they just kind of fall off, or they'll make a decent run, but it's like they just never can make it all the way there.
You're not wrong, and that's why I look at a blue blood. That's why I said North Carolina. Like, fucking BYU has better odds than North Carolina to win it all right now.
Yeah, BYU's. I'd say they're not going to win.
What are we
zero
doing?
chance?
No, zero chance. What's Miami's odds? Curious.
Miami's low. Miami. Oh, they're plus. Yeah, they're plus 5,000.
Wow.
Because you have Duke and Carolina, and then I think Miami and Clemson are right on the same level. Like Miami just won against Clemson last night at home, but I think if that game's at Clemson, like Clemson probably wins.
Yeah.
Miami's good, but they miss Isaiah Wong a lot.
That's what I've been told.
I wouldn't put money on them.
Yeah, Miami's not going to win either.
No.
They could. I could see them making possibly another Final Four run, but even then, that's a tall task.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's the greatest sport ever, though. Like, you never fucking know what's going to happen.
Oh, I can't wait to get like the Princetons of the world plus 750 down to 6 weeks to go. Oh God.
Yeah.
Nothing is better.
Or like conference tournament futures. God, I made so much money off conference tournament futures last year. You just look at shitty conferences and just like run their KenPom numbers and just do a little bit of research and you'll make money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't have the grind in me like Cam does.
So it's like a good angle there.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a good sport. I'm excited for February and March. Like it's a conference tournament time, March Madness. It's pretty delicious, especially when that's all there is pretty much, that or NBA or hockey.
Cures my football depression, Gets me over that real quick.
Speaking of football, Mike, you got any who do you think wins the Super Bowl?
Oof.
Is there any teams right now that you could throw a future in on? I mean, I know for the most part, there's probably not a ton of value in San Fran or the Ravens, but I saw the Bills were like 8.5 to 1 right now.
Bills on FanDuel right now are plus 950 because there's this weird scenario where they could win and obviously win the division against Miami, or they lose and they miss the playoffs altogether. Wow. So like there's still a chance they miss the playoffs if the ball bounces completely wrong for them. Mm-hmm. But the total cooker that I have to throw out there is the Cleveland Browns plus 3,500 right now.
That's a plums play.
It's insane because here's the way I look at it. Because I
love Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Baltimore. Like if Baltimore is going to go down, because I think they're far and away the best team in the AFC.
Oh yeah.
And if anyone's going to take them down, it's going to be a divisional team like Cleveland. And I think that Flacco revenge, the really good defense. Like I don't know. There's something. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane with how crowded it is. Like on the NFC side, outside of the Niners are plus 210 right now to win it all. Dallas is the next best team. Don't trust them.
No.
And then the next best after that is Philly, who's going to be playing on the road likely the whole playoffs.
They've looked so bad. They just blew the division. Completely blew the division.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Lions, even the Lions plus 2,200. Yeah, that sour. Like I don't think of them any differently for the way that game went down last weekend. They caught a bad break. They should have won the game, but they're plus 2,200. I think I'd be very, very disappointed with all the playoff games that I've seen the Vikings play in my life to see the Lions win it this year. Yeah. But the NFC is wide open. I'd lean Lions more than the Browns, honestly. But those two teams kind of stick out at me because I don't want to take anything under. I don't want to take any of those top teams right now. Like I don't want to throw my money at Baltimore or San Fran because they're so close to even money. But
I saw that
Chiefs are even 950.
Yeah, I saw the Chiefs were like 10 to 1, something like that. I also saw that Delvin Cook signed with the Ravens, which is interesting. Like
he's such a turd.
Yeah. I figured he would sign to a playoff team, but I just didn't expect it to be the Ravens.
Yeah.
Did someone on the Ravens get hurt, or do they just have like 8 running backs?
They always have all the
that rookie. Who is that rookie?
Keontae Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, he was really good, and then
Really
he went down.
And so who's run? Is Gus Edwards? Is that who's running?
Gus and Justice Hill.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
I think I would put my money.
Like Melvin Gordon too.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
Jesus. I agree with Mike. Niners and Ravens are probably going to make the Super Bowl. I think they will. But I wouldn't put my money on them because they're too close. For some reason, I fucking hate them, but I would sprinkle a little bit on the Eagles plus 1,200. They've looked bad lately, but that team's still super talented. That's what I agree. Otherwise, I wouldn't touch it. I might not even touch it.
Yeah, I think their defense has too many issues currently. But you're right. If they clean it up, that offense can score whenever they want, especially when Swift has got the run game going. Obviously the weapons they have, throwing the ball with Goddard, Smith, AJ Brown. They got the weapons to score really on any drive. It's just, can the defense just step up for them? It's crazy. They've lost 4 of the last 5 games. The loss last week was one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They should, and then that loss in Seattle was horrible too. They let Drew Lock go 85 yards with 42 seconds. Crazy. So yeah, I don't know if the defense cleans it up. I think 12-1 is a pretty good number there. But God, that defense right now is fucking garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just throw one more out there? And they've been playing really well lately, and they're still very, very far away from good Super Bowl odds. But the Rams at plus 5,
I agree.
50-1 for a team
Sleeper.
6 seed. Matt Stafford going back to Ford Field in the playoff game. Come on, I love the narratives.
Yeah,
I want that. I want Stafford to go beat his old team. I want Flacco to go beat his old team and just fucking chaos for the NFL. I want a Mad Max society in the Super Bowl. That's what I want.
I can guarantee you, Mike, that game has 68 points in it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it's going to be a back and forth shootout.
I want a Dolphins-Lions Super Bowl.
I don't.
It'd be fucking awesome. Why are those 2 teams in the Super Bowl?
I want a Browns-Lions Super Bowl. That's what I want.
Browns-Lions? Are you holy?
That'd be filthy. Filthy.
The Rust Belt special.
That might have one of the worst ratings in recent years, if that's that. It would be fun, though. I would obviously watch it.
Imagine, I don't know how the seating would work, but imagine if it was Browns Ravens in the AFC Championship game. Again, I don't even know if it could work with the seatings. Like Mike was saying, Flacco playing his old team, and then you got on the other side Stafford and Goff playing against their old teams.
Yeah,
the NFC Championship game. If somehow that happened, that'd be bananas. That'd be fantastic. And then it just would lead up to the Super Bowl of a Lions-Browns Super Bowl. It's oh my God. It'd be orgasmic. I mean, every NFL fan would just be oozing out of their chairs. It would be awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
How much better would that be than a 49ers Eagles? Or not 49ers Ravens. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I mean, just another Super Bowl of the teams we thought were going to be there.
It is clearly the 2 best teams out of their divisions, or out of their conferences rather. But I'm with you. I mean, I think it would be as far as a viewing standpoint, I would have a lot of fun watching those 2 teams play, especially because I really wouldn't even know what would happen.
No,
I don't know. Maybe Cleveland's defense would play pretty well, but the Rams have a lot of weapons, and Puka is insane. So, that would be fun too. Unfortunately, I don't see it being anything other than Ravens 49ers, and I think the 49ers get their revenge. But I mean, I can't wait. What is it? Is it next Saturday? Is Wild Card Saturday?
Yep.
God, it's going to be so great. And we're going to have underdog slots
Oh, all day. It's going to be fantastic. I love it. Well, that kind of covers most of it. Weekend bets. I got Bills -3 against Miami. I think it's going to be a Josh Allen show. It just feels like a Sunday night Josh Allen for the division. I could see him running for like 90 yards and 2 touchdowns, throwing for 280 and 2 touchdowns. It just feels to me like that kind of game. I don't know. I like that. And I'm taking Commanders +13 against the Cowboys because I might even bet the money line against the Cowboys because it just feels like a game they're going to drop against Washington on the road. Like somehow they turn the ball over like twice, and Sam Howell they got nothing to lose. Rivera might be out, might be his last game he's coaching there. Fuck it, air it out. So those are my 2 plays for the weekend. What do you boys got?
I got Philly -5 at the Giants. Philly wants to win so they can get a higher seed, and they need the Cowboys to lose. So I think Philly has something to play for. The Giants just want another draft pick.
Yes, that's fair. I like Steelers -4. I think that's the big play for the week with Steelers needing a win to get into the playoffs, and the Ravens already have came out and said nobody's playing. They got the 1 seed locked up, and don't usually like betting on road teams in the division, but I'm going to take the Bucs -4.5 this week in a game they have to have. They sputtered last week. It looked very bad. Sorry to all the Mike Evans anytime touchdown scores. For the first time in like 2 months, it didn't hit.
4 years.
Literally. So I like the Bucs to get back on track against a crappy Panthers team and just put them into the ground. And also, shout out David Tepper, shitbag of the week, for throwing a drink at Bags fans.
That was nuts.
Scumbag. Like, honestly, like he's probably the worst guy in the NFL right now. He's he's approaching Vontaze Burfict levels of unlikable, and he's been like an owner for like 4 years.
For the weekend, I'm not really quite sure on NFL. I'm probably gonna pass. The last week of the year is so weird. I never really have good leans for those games, but PGA's back, bread and butter. I got 3 plays. I placed before the first day today. I'm sure you can get them all live if you'd like. I took Cantlay, Morikawa, and Hovland. Hopefully one of those hits the window on Sunday, and then it's just all eyes on Washington for me Monday. I'm going to be in a puddle on Monday. So that's pretty much what I got rolling for the weekend.
Can we talk about real quick on golf, how my guy Sahith Theegala is 9 under through 15 right now?
Yeah, he's lighting it up.
Let's go.
Absolutely lighting it up. I think he's birdied 6 in a row right now. I'm
going to try to get into golf this year. I got into it a little bit, but
Theegala's having a great day. Just great day. It's with this tournament, typically the Century, it's like between 30 and 35 under par. There's just tons of birdie holes. The whole back 9 is pretty much every hole's a birdie hole. So, I mean, it's really just stay in the hunt until Sunday and then go 10 under Sunday. You're going to win. It's just one of those tournaments where even if you are a little bit behind heading into the final day, I mean, all it takes is just a really good day Sunday and you're going to likely win. Hopefully you're not too far back because then it's pretty challenging. But if you're within 2 or 3 shots of the leader going into Sunday, you can easily make that up. I would look for the live lines there. It's a pretty gettable course. Pretty much every hole runs downhill, so you don't have to be very long. As long as you got a good short game, you'll be set to score. So. I'm excited. PGA's back. Definitely the one thing I love to handicap more than anything. So, hopefully we got a good 2024.
I like that. Sammy Strokes is back. I'm going to call you Sammy Strokes during
just throw it on me, whatever you got.
The perverts are going to take it weird like Mike just did.
Sammy
perverts. And Cam was thinking it too, you perverts. We all saw you. We all saw it. Sammy Strokes this weekend, and then Sammy Stats back on Monday for football. I love it.
That's right.
And you just hit an underdog.
I hit an underdog today. Yeah,
greens. I like it.
It wasn't crazy. It was just one of those 2 legs. It's like 50 to win 150. I love doing those little 2-leggers because it's like it pays you out 3 to 1 or whatever, and just like any parlay would, underdog's the best. Nothing else to say really about it. They got a lot of options. They got like 25 golfers you can bet from, and you can bet on like their higher or lower total round scores, higher or lower birdies made. You can bet on like greens hit, fairways hit, all fun stuff. So they give you a lot of options. It's just fun, and it's pretty easy to like deposit and then get it back into your account. So I'll be rocking a lot of underdog this year, especially for PGA. They got a lot to offer.
Yeah, love it. Well, nice. Well, shout out underdog. Shout out Cam, Mike, and Sammy join us tonight for 10K bets. Shout out Timberwolves Brazil. You guys are the best too. Love it.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I want to meet the guy who's behind it.
There is a possibility that you will see more soon.
Yes. Let's go. Yes. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Possible. I never said anything, but you never know.
Has anything changed with the Wolves recently? I know they're pretty damn good.
We've lost 2 in a row.
They haven't won a game in 2024.
Yeah, that's a little scary. We lost to the Knicks and the Pelicans. But hey, every team goes through it. We'll be fine. We're okay.
Let's go first in the West.
I mean, what are they still like 25-8 or something?
We are 24-9.
That's pretty good.
Second best record in the NBA. So I think we're going to be okay, guys.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
We'll take it. We beat didn't we just beat the Lakers?
Yeah, I was there. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a big concert.
What was it like seeing Bron?
It was the first time in my life I saw him. I hate LeBron, but it was still cool to see him. Like once before I died, or once before he was done, I guess. But it was great to beat him.
Why do you hate LeBron?
We'll not get into that.
We don't have that. We don't have that.
We don't have time for that.
2 hours or
the Gophers are tipping off right now. I don't have time for this.
Okay, Skull Gophers. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Go Gophers.
See you guys on the cock.
Peace.